Hey, dude, so what's your thoughts on the Reconstruction?
It's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that statement. Pretty cool, dude. Isn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty
Like,
cool.
a guy who died came up with something before he died. Like, that's really cool, right?
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, I know. It's really cool. Who was that one guy? What was his name again?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln. That's him. So he managed to come up with this really awesome idea after the Civil War. That's pretty damn cool, ain't it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. But look, the shame about that is this one guy. What was his name? Yeah, Andrew Johnson. He had that. What was it? Reconstruction. He came up with that and just threw out the window. You know, it's like really sad, bruh.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know. It's real sad because he came up with all that before he died. And on top of that, Grant got rejected.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Grant has such an awesome idea.
I know.
Like, it's so cool to think about, ain't it, bruh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know. It's a real shame. Yeah, so, like, now how do we compare our modern times to those times, though? Like, how do we compare them? There's a lot of things, like the fact that presidents got hated on because of Reconstruction. I don't agree with that. It's pretty true. It's pretty similar somehow, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's like, even though it's been like close to 200 or maybe even over 200 years, it's pretty damn similar at the same time.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. It is.
It's just so cool to think about.
I know.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. It's pretty interesting to think about that.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, it's also interesting.
Really, the only difference is that we get sick now, but then it wasn't a sickness thing; it was a war thing. You know?
Yeah, I know.
And then how to deal with overcoming racism and all that stuff afterwards in the South.
Yes,
and now it's us trying to deal with the aftermath of everybody getting sick and not wanting to get vaccinated.
No,
It's
that's not it.
Really insane to think about.
No, there was a lot of other reasons too.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
But what are you talking about?
When you think about it, like the
Are you
there's
from
even more
scripture?
similarities to
No.
think about. You know, like, yeah, that's a good one. Another one.
I mean, you say it. Dude, do you even know what you're talking about, dude?
Yeah, that.
What do you mean, yeah? Huh?
Yeah, that's also a good one.
I didn't say anything, dude. Are you high?
But okay, so
Can you stop talking, please? Let me talk. Thank you. So, like, for example, something that I would consider a reason why Reconstruction is similar to the old times is like, what's the word? You're not gonna answer? Okay, fine. Probably the fact that, like, presidents got hated on a lot. Because, like, but back then, Andrew Johnson was hated on quite a bit. Not just because of his racism and other things, but because of his awful Reconstruction that he attempted. It was just not very good. Yeah, it might help the South, but that was because he was biased towards them, you know? You know? What? It's pretty cool because, like, on our times, Biden was hated on quite a bit, not just because there was a bunch of, like, Republicans who just wanted an excuse to hate on him, but because of the fact that people think COVID went on a bit afterwards because he couldn't reconstruct our country after a reconstruction was needed because of COVID and the aftermath of it. It's like vaccines came out, but we couldn't come back very well because of Biden, I guess. So it's pretty similar when you think about it like that. Now, word from our sponsor! Okay, so we got a sponsorship from the Mr. Beast. That's right, Mr. Beast himself. He sponsored us from our amazing podcast with Feastables Crunch. His brand new flavor he just added, and you could get it places like ShopRite, Wawa even. So many more places. Target. So it has so much awesome flavor in it. Like, tastes great. Tastes good. Yeah. Go get it, Feastables. They cost like, what, $200? But still.
Dude, what's your problem? You didn't tell me anything about an ad sponsor. What do you mean? You most certainly did not tell me. You didn't even give me the money for it. Come on. We're in this for the money, dude. You know that.
Wait, cut that out, cut that out. That's recording.
So, overall, why is it that, like, Reconstruction is so influential? You see, it's so influential just because of the fact that, like, it's about difference, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, like, there's so much difference between people. Huh? You know?
Well, you gotta stop right there for a second.
So, like, what you're saying is, yeah, that, yeah. So, that's pretty good to know, you know? Like, I never actually thought about it like that. It's pretty cool to think about.
You're really
never doing it? I don't know, dude. It is. Why did the guy ask you the question in the first place?
What do you mean? Would you ask the question in the first place?
Yeah, it's because I know. That's the correct answer.
No.
Duh.
No, do you?
So, like, Reconstruction, overall, in my opinion at least, it's influential just because of the fact that it could change people's opinions.
No.
Because things are supposed to change in our Reconstruction.
No, I agree with that.
So that's a time of change and, like, difference being brought together to make new differences.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah, pretty influential.
So, like, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Can you stop interrupting me, dude?
Sure.
Stop interrupting me.
Yeah. Sign up.
Stop interrupting me. I'm trying to talk here. This is a talk show. Podcast. Yeah, I know. Podcast. Whatever. You know what I mean.
No, I didn't.
Stop interrupting me. Okay.
No.
Good. So back to what I was saying. Like, Reconstruction is, in my opinion, really important just because of the fact that it's about differences getting changed into new differences. Because it's a time of change. It's like, the reason it's so influential is because now it's part of a new generation seeing new reasons and new thoughts that are being brought to the country compared to old ones. You know? You better know. So, like, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, my thoughts are, like, it's pretty influential and important. What was the topic again? What was the topic again?
So, how do you say our values are really important compared, like, because when Abraham Lincoln and the Union had their values, it was pretty important having that whole being free for everybody kind of thing was pretty big, you know?
Yeah, I know.
So, like, how do you say it's important to have our country's values? Just have a solid value. How would you say it is?
It's pretty important because, like, we need a strong kind of, like, sense of Americanism, you know?
Yeah, it's a good reason for having good
Yeah,
values.
you gotta be, like, strong, and we need to make sure we know what we need for our country, you know?
Yeah, so, like, value-wise, yeah, I agree. Now, let's get to the big question that we have here. So, why would you say are the values of tomorrow, in your opinion, is? What do you say are the values of tomorrow?
laugh?
Just say it.
Just I won't laugh.
I won't laugh.
Good.
Okay, good.
So, the values of tomorrow, I say, is freedom. we need to have a free.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm saying we need like a free nation, who will like be able to support each other so that we can be strong as one, while still be able to work with others to allow for better working with each other.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, you. Your ideas of values are
Really.
well, very good. Yeah, very
Yeah,
good.
thanks.
Very good. So here are my values.
Speak.
I believe our country should be independent and shouldn't have to rely on others. It's important to have a very strong, hard, rock solid
Hey, no such
nation
thing as this here. Come on. Come on.
that can stand and stick it to others
Really?
without
Again?
any issues, without any threats.
Yeah.
I think we
Sure.
should stop, like, putting so much into trying to be equal. And I think we should be focusing more on
What?
being strong
No.
and having a good, hard nation
Okay. Come on. Again.
while still making others weaker than us.
What?
So we have the control and power
No.
for
That's
our
not
nation.
how we should be
be
working.
the
Man.
best.
Come on. Okay. So stop there for a second. So
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Okay, so let's just forget about that last question, okay?
okay.
Good. I don't want to cause any chaos between us, but
Me too.
let's just get to the final question. Well, we got one more after this, but let's just get to the last big question of this sector. So, why would you say Reconstruction could be so chaotic? Why would you say it is?
Well, that's a tough one.
Okay, so if you ask me, it's chaotic just because of the fact that there's so many different opinions
I'll go
getting mixed
with you.
together because of the change in difference. Because there's so many different things now coming along because things are supposed to be getting changed from something that just happened that was so chaotic. So now it's chaos getting conformed to chaos.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I agree. I agree with why it's so chaotic.
So now we have an agreement on that, on what we believe as the reason behind it. Let's get on to the next big question. What would you say
what
the
that be?
goal we have is towards a better tomorrow,
That's difficult.
towards
That's
the
difficult.
reconstruction? What is our purpose overall for this nation? What would you say it is?
I say our goal should be to be having the equality be spread to all, so that we kind of continue on what our previous goal was, to just make it even better, so that we
I gotta
have
stop
better.
you right there, dude. I gotta stop you. That's just wrong, dude. No, that's not what this nation stands for.
Huh?
We
Well,
need
doesn't
to
matter
have.
what
Here, okay, so no, we're not supposed to interrupt each other, but
Come on.
I need to tell you what I believe is the correct answer to this question.
Okay, you better not get anything bad, or
So-
I'll punch you.
If you ask me, the best answer to this is improving the strength of our nation by doing things like joining the military and supporting our troops, and making a bunch of money and being rich to help support our
What?
nation overall,
No.
and being able to help support the strength of us
Stop
while
talking, or
making
you'll get 3
others
seconds.
just not as
3 seconds.
powerful as us. So we have
I will
the superiority
so hard.
to be able to
You're gonna cry.
have the best possible nation we have.
No, 5.
And we need to make
4.
sure that we have a good, strong
3.
foundation. We need to
2.
just get rid of all this differences that we have in our nation.
1.5.
For example, having people who are trying to be different.
0.1.
What's
0.0.
religions, for example? Yeah, we need to
0.00.
have an actual nation,
That's your last
national
warning.
kind of religion.
You want
dude.
to stop talking. Warning's yours.
We need to just be for example, Christian, because that's the big
Dude,
majority of us.
Okay.
The Christians and all of us.
I'm not-
And then
I'm not-
we gotta have go back to how we used to be, have men be the superior ones, because they're the ones who should be doing all the heavy lifting, while the women have their job as giving birth.
Last
Because
warning.
that's the
This is their
reason
last warning.
our
You got 10
ancestors
seconds. 10,
had what they
9,
wanted is because they knew best.
7, 6.
That's what I gotta be honest.
4, 3,
Trump is the best.
2.
He's one of the best presidents for that very reason. He's trying to help bring our nation back to how it was. It's just true. What do you mean? No,
No, there's no.
Well, hey, you don't have to get so mad about this now. It's with the podcast. It's a podcast. Okay, so as you might have seen from that slop I just made for you all, that I put my 2 hours of life into, it's all for a really crappy grade if I know well enough. And for Mr. Gersick over, probably if I know well enough over here, or if not, well, I don't know wherever he is. Hi, Mr. Gersick. So, you may be wondering, why did I make this garbage for you? The answer, for my own amusement. I know
From
you
the
say
rope,
so.
the body just twitches back. Arms are bulging, turning bloody, rolling back in the skull, now speedy. So low. Apocalypse of the universe. Immobilization of consciousness. The moment between life and death is empty and desperate anew. Set the life free, hanging from the rope, the body just twitches back.